What is going on, everybody? This is NotAVlog. Today we're talking about ADHD again. In my last video about ADHD, I talked a little bit about me having certain supplements that I was taking in order to work as kind of like a substitute for Adderall, because at the time that I began to research supplements and everything, I was not on insurance, so I could not get put onto a medicine like Adderall. In the past, throughout my life, I've had a really hard time focusing and keeping on task when faced with things to do with school or different types of situations where I needed to focus. And eventually I got checked out by a psychologist, and they told me that I had attention deficit disorder. And at the time, ADHD wasn't just lumped into one thing. So I was told that I was not hyperactive, but what I noticed and kind of picked up on throughout the time of just experiencing ADHD, it's more of the fact that like your brain is hyperactive, not necessarily you yourself, like fidgeting and everything, or constantly having to like go, like ADHD, like the hyperactive disorder. So these are the supplements that if you also like struggle with ADD as opposed to ADHD, that I know for a fact that these ones work, and they've helped me significantly while I was not able to afford or able to go to the doctor to get prescribed Adderall. I'm hoping this helps with that kind of a situation. And just so you know, I have actually researched these. I've looked up some medical journals so that I'm making sure that these things are okay to take together, as well as okay to take in general for longer periods of time. Because with ADHD, you're gonna have to take it for a long period of time, considering it's always going to be with you. Without further ado, this is what has helped me with ADHD while I was struggling and didn't have really any insurance or whatnot. The first supplement I took was by this brand, the Ali brand. They're called Happy Gummies. At least I call them Happy Gummies. These gummies have saffron in them as well as vitamin D, and they actually were the first thing I took because I heard somewhere online that these could possibly help with ADHD. As I started taking them, I did notice a slight difference in the way that I was able to function throughout the day. It wasn't a super intense feeling or a super intense thing, but I noticed the difference. Along with my own experience with these supplements, I was able to actually research and look up things on medical journals and see if they had tested any of these things for ADHD specifically. I was able to find research about all of the different supplements. Every single supplement that I'm going to talk to you about today, I have found medical journals, and I will put all of those links to all of the journals in the description below, just so you have them, so you know I'm not just like pulling your leg or selling you a bunch of crap. First one was saffron and vitamin D gummies. The next two that I found were actually a combo, which means you had to take them together to get the actual effect that you wanted. And that would be, first, magnesium glycinate, as well as vitamin D3. So magnesium has many different benefits as well, not just for ADHD. But with the combination of magnesium and vitamin D, they kind of work synergistically, and the magnesium allows the vitamin D to be absorbed more easily into your body. And in the medical research, it says that vitamin D helps a lot with the emotional problems that come with ADHD, as well as the social problems. All right, moving on, the next supplement that I took was L-Tyrosine, 1,000 milligrams. This supplement's a little bit more controversial because in some studies it shows that there's not really an effect with L-Tyrosine, or there's nothing that really like helps people with ADHD from taking L-Tyrosine, but it does show that it increases cognition in the short term, like for like a short period of time throughout your day, or through different stressful situations that could occur during your day. It can help with that, but it only works in like the short term. And I knew that going into this, so I was like, hey, I can take this in the morning and it would help me through like the busiest part of the day, which would be like the middle, and then I wouldn't need any more short-term help after that. Like, I don't need any in the evening. So I was okay with that. I would be able to get all of the things that I really needed to get done, and then I would have the rest of the time that I didn't really need to have that high cognition or be able to think very quickly and on my feet type of thing. But it is a controversial one, and I'm going to move through this supplement list relatively quick so that I'm not wasting your time and you can just have the list. It's not like, it doesn't cost you anything. All right, the next supplement that I began to take with the L-Tyrosine was L-Theanine. L-Theanine is a really fun one because L-Theanine paired with caffeine improves sustained focus. So whenever you're like constantly drifting off and in a daydream because of ADHD, it kind of allows you to sustain that deep focus that you want to have for your tasks that you need to do throughout your day. So it works synergistically like the magnesium and the vitamin D, but with caffeine. So you don't have to stop getting your coffee in the morning. It's nice. The next supplement that I began to take is kind of a weird one because allergies. Oh, I hate allergies. The next supplement that I started to take was really a weird one because I didn't really have any plans for it to be one of my main supplements, but after I started taking it, I noticed a significant change. This mushroom complex. And this supplement has cordyceps mushrooms, reishi mushrooms, and lion's mane. I actually started out taking a mushroom supplement, but I was only taking lion's mane, and that's what got me into trying that supplement. Because lion's mane almost got rid of like brain fog, like entirely. You didn't have any brain fog, you were able to think clearly, and it felt like you actually like improved in your like brain's capacity to like think. It was really nice to be able to actually feel that happen, because it's like an energy that you get, but it's not like caffeine energy. It's like you just feel energized because you can like think clearly. It's like everything is so much clearer now. It's so nice. In the medical journals, lion's mane specifically is shown to improve cognitive speed, and it also reduces stress. It's also been shown to delay the death of brain cells in rats in this one study, as well as delay symptoms of neurodegenerative diseases such as like Alzheimer's. I mean, that has nothing to do with ADHD, but I mean, do with that what you will. It can help in more ways than I actually thought it was able to help. Moving right along, we have the second to last supplement that I began to take for ADHD, and that would be Tongkat Ali. Originally, I started taking this supplement specifically for the increase of testosterone that I would get, but I didn't really think about the benefit that it could have on ADHD for me. So I was doing research one day, and I found this one article that was talking about how people who were on testosterone replacement therapy were seeing that their ADHD symptoms were basically kind of disappearing, and that low testosterone levels may actually lead to an increase in ADHD symptoms, which is really cool, and I didn't really think about it, but I did notice that whenever I began to take it, that I was able to focus more and I was able to like get things done, like just focus and go for it and accomplish whatever I wanted to accomplish that day. I didn't really know that it would benefit me in that way. And last but not least, the final supplement that I began to take for ADHD was a beetroot supplement. This supplement in particular is not actually my favorite supplement. I'd rather just drink beetroot juice, even though it is horribly gross to me. The reason I take this supplement specifically is for actually the vasodilation that happens, or just like the expansion of your veins, because it allows more blood flow and oxygen to get into your body so that you have more energy or higher energy all day. Because whenever you have ADHD, you end up being more exhausted at the end of the day or even in the middle of the day, and it kind of sucks. I would constantly be tired by noon and I didn't really know why, but whenever I began to take all of these combined, I wasn't tired anymore. I was able to focus and I actually could get stuff done, and adding the beetroot helped me continue that. The supplements started to get processed through my system. And that is all the supplements that I use to mimic Adderall for ADHD. And what I can say to all of these supplements is that they do all work. It's definitely not as strong as Adderall, but it does the exact same thing. You're not gonna feel some outrageous thing like you just drank 10 coffees, but you will know it is actually working. It is the solution to ADHD if you don't wanna have to take the medicine that the doctors give you, or if you just can't afford to take the medicine that the doctors give you. All of these supplements I was able to afford, and I wasn't on insurance. I couldn't even get Adderall if I wanted to. I mean, now I can. but I couldn't at the time. Like I said earlier, I don't believe that this stuff should be hidden from everyone, and I don't think you should have to pay somebody else to tell you all of this stuff. So here's my gift to the internet. This supplement stack does work if you are struggling with ADHD or ADD and you want a natural solution or a solution at all to help you and aid you in that. I'm gonna put the amounts of each supplement that I'm talking in order to produce the results that I'm talking about. I'll put them down in the description as well. And I wanna thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you. Stay blessed.